My sister generously gave me this Brother LS2125. So, no pun intended, I can learn how to sew. I'm not sure if my mom had it, and then my little sister had it, and then my niece had it, and now I have it. I opened up this. Nobody could figure it out. And it looks like nobody tried. Nobody tried, or else all this would have been lost along the way. Oh my gosh. It's the whole starter kit, I guess. Look at all that. You got bobbins. And that. And a dime? Why is there a dime in here? I don't know why there's a dime. Are there needles? Are these needles? I think these are needles. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at all this stuff. These look like surgical. Okay, are these surgical scissors? Maybe my mom was involved. Okay, so I don't know what any of this is except for bobbins. So there's thread in here. Oh, someone got as far as threading the bobbin. I've watched tutorials, so I know what I'm doing. All right, so it was threaded correctly. It wasn't attached to anything. All right. Do I have a needle? I don't know how to tell. I can't see anything. Hold on, put my glasses on. I don't see a needle in there. I see hair. Lots of hair. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been around the block. Okay, I think the needle goes in here. Or it goes in there. I am missing this, but I only need to get it. I don't need the knob. I can just move it to where I can move it and sew and then see what it does and then just leave it, because I think I only need it to be right here. So yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that one out. And what is this for? Is it the tension? Am I missing two knobs? Oh no. And what is this? Nobody's mentioned anything about this. What is this? I am scared. Okay, so I do have thread from one of my mini thrift haul. So welcome to my sewing life adventure. My sister gave me this for free. It's been in my family apparently for a very long time, and nobody could figure out how to use it. But they broke it along the way. I figured it out. I watched some tutorials and I threaded it, and it works. So I got the bottom, blah, blah, blah. So I thought I would rip out some fabric that I bought about 5 years ago, or 3 years ago. And it's enough to make a few project bags, probably 1, 2, 3, 4 project bags. But I would need, so this would be the back of project bags, and this would be the front and the zipper. Front and the zipper stuff. I only purchased one zipper. I have, I don't know how much, a half a yard of clear vinyl. I got the thin, not the thinnest. And I got batting because the interfacing, the lady didn't know about interfacing, and I don't know about interfacing. So we gave up and I just got batting. So it goes vinyl, zipper. Vinyl and zipper are stitched together. And then it goes this the batting and then the back. So I need to cut out all the pieces. I quilted this. I have to tear it out because it's too ugly. It's gonna be a zipper and it's gonna be see-through in the front. And it took me all day to cut all this fabric because I don't know math, and this thing, I don't understand math and measuring stuff. So that took a long time today. All right, what a way to start this morning. I accidentally sewed over my zipper because I don't know. Okay, I just watched a video this morning. I've been trying to do this since yesterday, but I just got this up and running yesterday and watched a tutorial on how to use it. So I know how to use it now, but I'm not good at it at all. So when it came time for me to sew the zipper to the binding, to the zipper case or whatever, my zigzags, I was trying to go straight, but I went right over the zipper and I zipped it shut. So I just spent the last hour picking every stitch out so this could open. And this is very, very thin. I guess I could use thicker yarn, but, or not yarn, thread, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, I don't own an iron. So the next best thing, because you need an iron so your edges are crisp like that for the zipper, so it's not messy. So my next best thing that I had was my flat iron for my hair, and it worked perfectly. I don't know if I would be able to iron anything bigger than these. It was pretty annoying just doing these because they kept misaligning themselves. Look at this terrible quilting job. I tried to remove the stitches. I removed some of them, but yeah, there's a billion holes. It took me an hour just to do that, to take that out, but so I gave up. My first bag is gonna have to be like that. You can't really see it on the back. It doesn't really matter, and it's just for me anyway, and it's my first bag. I don't mind. I just know that I have to practice. I went around in a circle, and then I went around all crazy, and I came down to here and ended there. So I got the job done. Everything's stitched together. I don't have any clips, but I do have, what do you call these little things? Paper clips. So that's what we're using today. Well, now, Cynthia, what do pliers have to do with sewing? Well, let me tell you about it. I'm trying to learn how to sew in a straight line because apparently it's very hard for me. What? Why does it make this secondary mark right here? That is craziness. Maybe because I was pulling too hard on my fabric. Anyway, so I did not put that down where it's supposed to be. And it let me do a straight line as you saw. And then it went boom, boom, boom. And my needle broke. So this is my new needle. Ain't she pretty? Oh, how you doing? How you doing? Did it again. This is fine. It was where it was supposed to be. But for some reason, the needle decided to break again. Because I moved this. I didn't move it mid-stitch. I stop and then I move it to see what it's gonna do next. But this, for some reason, it's in the where is it? It's in the notch where it's supposed to be, but it broke it again. I don't know what I am doing wrong. What is this? Well, now I'm out of needles. I can't finish my bag. Well, at least we'll take a look at what my fabric has created. That side looks terrible. Why is that cinched up? I don't know why that's cinched up like that. But this is what it looks like on the other side. It looks, you can see the stitches a little bit better from the bottom side. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. I might have to take a sewing class. I guess I could glue the rest of the bag together. I don't want to though. I could slow stitch it. I could stitch it by hand. I have moved to an actual table instead of a high table in the kitchen, so I can reach the pedal and everything. So I got a new pack of needles. These are Universal Brother for my brother, and I broke it. I didn't get a single stitch in, and then I figured out why. It's because the needle is hitting the actual foot. It's metal on metal there, folks. I used the yellow one this time. It's for lighter fabrics because I'm just practicing on this, and it died. I don't know what to do. I don't know, maybe this is broken. It can't be broken, it's never been used. But my family is stating that no one could ever use it. I guess because it's broken. Well, I dropped the new needle in here. There it is. How adorable is that? There we go. Oh, yikes. Round facing me. Up in the hole. How do you know if it's gonna stay? And then they say there is such a thing as being too tight. It's not wiggling. Okay, so let's study this. Bring you towards me. Yeah, it turns, but it brings it back. So, in here, is it supposed to be this low? Maybe it's this thing. Maybe this thing's not, maybe it's too tight. Maybe it's not letting the thread out. Hold on. Okay, so now this is in correctly, I believe. All right, let's see if it's hitting anything. So it's gotta be a tension thing somewhere. I don't know. This is very confusing. Because this says to go around there and then down here. But it also says you can just go down here. Well, I'm willing to break one more needle. I'm gonna order a box of 50 from Amazon. It's ridiculous. You know, I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm not gonna just voluntarily break another needle. Today's Thursday and I give up. I have taken to sewing without that on because I keep having to dig in there. So I just decided not to have that cover on and not to have this cover on because I keep having to dig around in there. But just as I figured out how to not have my thread getting sucked up in there, I figured out how to sew a straight line. Yeah, this is that's not even the back. That's the back. Yeah. So the front looks pretty good compared to the back. Well, what is gonna happen? So I was so close. I was so proud of myself. I got all the way from one end to the other in a moderately straight line. I had to cut the fabric so it would flatten. Yeah, the fabric is toast. So I'm gonna cut all the fabric off, and even though I was holding it in place tightly, it didn't catch my vinyl. So I would have, if it had caught my vinyl, I would have continued sewing it onto the rest of the bag, but it did not. And I officially give up. I'm done. 3 days. Maybe I'll pull it out next week. I'm gonna figure this out. I will. But I should not have started it on a project. I wanted to do like my first bag versus my 10th bag, and the first bag was gonna be terrible, which it absolutely is, but it's so terrible it's not fitting together. So I'm going to slow stitch it. I'm gonna stitch it by hand. At least I tried. I got pretty far for a newbie. It's connected at this end and it's connected at that end. It just didn't hold in the middle. Oh my gosh, look who's here. It's Ooga. Ooga, what you doing, babies? What you do? Oh, you sweating. Oh my gosh. Get my, at least my final, I have two. Let's see, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 needles in here. I broke 2 of the regular ones. How many did I break? Yeah, here's another broken one to add to my collection. Yeah, it's sad business. All right, well, I'm gonna rip out all the seams and I'm going to hand sew this together. Today is Thursday and it is 8:40 a.m. So we'll see if I can get all the seams. I'll just rip out the bottom, because the top is fine. The top's fine. So I'm gonna rip all of this out. Oh, okay. I have started the slow stitching process. So I was able to attach the vinyl and the zipper. Okay, first of all, I stitched the slow stitch. So I attached the zipper case to the vinyl. And look at that. And then I have to finish doing up here, but I have this one laid down with my slow stitch. You can see some stitches right there. Not the best, but better than nothing. And I went all loop-de-loop over here. And then this is short. This is very short of this. Because because the machine, I stitched it crooked. So I just, instead of cutting everything so it would line up, I just stitched it to the vinyl. I have it held together with these cute little airplane paper clips. I cut the zipper. That was scary. Cutting it the way, because I didn't sew this together, so it's always going to be open in there. It's always open in there. I don't know. I'm just hoping it's going to hold together. But anyway, this is definitely going to hold together. I mean, look at that. That's nice. Nice. And then if I can't get anything properly secured down, then I'll just use some fabric glue. And then if that doesn't work, I'll use super glue. And if that doesn't work, I'll use Gorilla Glue. And if that doesn't work, I'll use alien tape. So I'm not gonna give up. That's the moral of the story. And I'm using embroidery floss from this rat's nest in here. That's what I'm using. And another thing, this sure is a big old mess. Big old mess. This is all bias tape. Oh, I have a lot of bias tape. A lot. Every time I get something from a thrift store that is sewing related, there's always a lot of bias tape in there. Oh, that's cute. It's lace. Nice. I hand stitched that. See the dot right there. And then all the 1-inch binding, is that what that's called? Binding or bias? I don't know. I sewed by hand. So you can see the little brown dots, not too straight. I'm not very good at sewing. This was the first thing I ever sewed, besides a pillow in 7th grade in 1987. Other than that, this is the first thing I ever sewed. Oh, I did crochet sew Mark's sweater, his sweater that he wears for bed. So, okay, so I think I was supposed to put because you open it like this, but I sewed it on backwards. So it's gonna, instead of opening it like that, it opens backwards. But it opens, and I can put things in it. So I'm going to put the moon in it right now. Oh gosh, okay. So that is the sun, that is the moon, I think. Yes, moon. Okay, moon. Oh, it fits perfectly. Well, sort of. It sort of fits perfectly. It fits good enough. Oh my gosh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Ah! So it did not take me a long time to hand sew the parts that I hand sewed. That is my beautiful vinyl bag that I sewed myself. I went to Walmart today to get dog food and stuff, and I got a fat quarter. And this was, I think, $1 something. And I'm very proud of myself, and you should be proud of me too. Please tell me you're proud of me. I'm very proud of myself. Oh my Lord, I've been doing this for about three hours. It shouldn't have taken me so long to do this. So I cut out most of the materials except for my back. Okay, I have not cut out that material yet, but I did the lining. Oh, I gotta cut out this stuff. Oh, hi. Well, I figured out what was wrong with my machine. This was on there. I don't know, I still don't know what this is. I think it's for quilting, presser foot or quilting foot, I don't know, but that kept getting stuck on everything and blah, 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 blah. So I took it off, and then I needed something there. So I bought that. I didn't have one of these. So I took the big chunky thing off. I put this on. My thread was loaded incorrectly, so I fixed that. I had it going the wrong way. And I think that is about it. So, these I did last time when I thought I fixed it, but it's a long story. And then I gave up and I hand stitched these little X's. Today I sewed my button together with my newly fixed machine. Or I fixed my zipper. I sewed my zipper together. So this is kind of straight. It did the job. So I have 1, 2, 3 lines. So top line for the top zipper, bottom line for the bottom zipper, and this to hold on this vinyl. All right. So now all I have to do is sew this edging. So I had it halfway sewed, and then it stopped. It stopped enclosing this. I don't know where the stitch went. it went like, but it took me a while. I didn't tear all of it out, but I have to restitch all of that, and then I can do the edges. I'm thinking about trying glue. I don't know. I really need to practice on this thing. Oh, and I finally figured it out. It was set on button. It was set on making a button. So it was going around, it was trying to go around in a square, in a rectangle. And that's why it was, because somebody lost the knob along the way. So I guess nobody else could figure out that you could use pliers to move it. So I moved it over to number 4, 3 or 4. Yeah, so it's on a zigzag stitch, which is fine with me. And, oh, wait a minute, did I move it to number 6? I may have moved it to number 6 because that is not a zigzag stitch. That's a straight stitch. So I probably moved it there. I don't know how I would have moved it there. I don't know, it's here somewhere. And yeah, so that in conjunction with that fixed my machine. So now I just have to figure out how to sew in a straight line, and I'll be I'll be a superstar. Okay, well, I got this corner snug as a rug, snug as a bug. Look at that straight line. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it would have been beautiful if it had sewn anything together. I was so close. Okay, I've completed the bag, and I zipped up the bag, and then I tried to put a project in it, and I guess that's what happens when you get cocky. I did not sew that all the way down. If I can open it, the bag is still usable. I just won't be able to ever close it. I don't care about that. But at least look at these lines. And I did all this with my machine. So, oh, wait. Uh-oh. That's not closed. No. Maybe I should tear this apart and redo it. Okay, so there are no holes in it. I don't know how well it's gonna hold up. No holes, no holes, no holes. I still don't have a zipper, but guess what? I got the zipper open, and I don't need to close this. So let us find out. Let's see who's gonna move into this new bag today. So we're going with the Tarot, the Sun. I'm just gonna put the whole thing in here. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. So I can't make another bag until I cut out the strips for the zipper. And I really don't, I am not in the mood to go measuring fabric right now. I hate it. So what I'm gonna do is when I finally do measure out the fabric for the next zippers, I'm gonna make a template. I have this kit ready to start. And in my staple bag, I have this kit ready to start. What do I have in here? In my first, this is a lot better, okay? My stitching is kind of, it's a lot better. This is pretty terrible. So the old and the new. Wow, good job, Cynthia. Well, at least I have the zipper for that one, which I don't have for this one, but it's okay. It's okay. So I have three. I have the Moon Tarot card, the Sun Tarot card, and my little Miss Holly Hobby staple bag. I have this kit ready to... I got too excited. I decided, since my machine is now awesome, to rip out all the staples and sew the bag properly. So I ripped out all these staples and I sewed a straight line all the way across. And then it dawned on me that I can't just zip right over these. I can't take these out and then just sew them, because this is all bag space. So if I sew all that, because I'm lazy, the bag's not gonna open properly. It'll sew it shut. So I have to rip out all of this cuteness and take this out, sew it properly, and then try to move it back in. And I think this is a 1 in a million shot right here. So I'm really scared. It is 3:01 p.m. I've been working on this since 7 a.m. 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 8 hours minus about 2 hours for eating and crocheting. So 6 hours. 6 hours, and that is because I had to tear out 2 of these edges. I had to disassemble the whole thing, so tearing out all the seams. I spent about an hour trying to fix the zipper, which didn't happen. Then I put everything back together. Then sewing the seams, like all of this, the zipper part was easy. Like it's very, 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 very good. Very good. But the ends, I think next time I'm gonna leave 1.5 inches or 2 inches, probably 2 inches around, and have a bigger border, because this was a nightmare. I ripped out 2 of these like 3 times each, because they weren't catching on the stupid vinyl. The vinyl was not catching. I don't know where the vinyl, I mean, there's enough vinyl there. I don't understand what was happening, but I got it to catch finally. And yeah, I'm gonna do bigger edges. Okay, look at my lines on this one. Look, everything is almost perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So my zipper, since I broke 2 zippers, I just zipped them right off. I decided I'm not cutting my zippers anymore. So I folded it back and I sewed it down. So it's not gonna come off and it's out of my way. So yeah, I didn't take this end off either, the little bracket. is still there. And I did sew over it just to protect it. So this looks like a tag. That looks cool. I just cut the thread. So now I get to see if my bag, okay, so the zipper works. That's good. Let's check for holes. Oh, no holes. No holes. Perfect bag. Perfect bag. My first perfect bag. And it took me, I want to say 3 or 4 hours. But look. Look, you guys. You guys. I love it. I love sewing. Now I'm addicted to sewing. I'm very proud of myself. That is a beautiful bag. It's crooked and I had to cut a lot of things to make it not crooked, but it's awesome. I love it. Except for that right there. That makes me mad. But okay. Well, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful everything, and perhaps, oh wait, I gotta put a project in it. It's funny, in my cross stitch drawer, I have a bag that I was gonna recycle and reuse for as a cross stitch project bag, which I still could. All right, so I've chosen my project to put in my bag, and I'm gonna leave it in the Joy Sunday bag because it's a good bag. My dogs have a habit of drinking out of the water bowl and then coming over to kiss me, and my cross stitch bags are right there. I love it. And I also love the ASMR sounds. Of these projects bags. I love them so much. All right, now, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful everything, and perhaps I will see you on another day. Bye.